Hey, what's up everybody? In this video tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at the first part of our construction block project. All right, so we have all the blocks over on the table. You're going up, you're grabbing a block, you're grabbing a ruler, you're going back, sitting down with Fusion on your computer, and you're simply taking the measurements that you're getting from that block and you're plugging this all into Fusion to create the part. The names of the parts are going to be right here. You can also find those on Google Classroom. There are going to be 9 parts total. Just make sure whenever you're done creating the part, make sure you're right-clicking on top of the browser here, going to Physical Material, and making sure you are going down into Wood, finding Pine, and you are just simply going to be putting that in as your material. Okay, you're going to do that for every single part. All right, so once you have all 9 parts done and Pine has been applied to them, we're going to see here, like in this example, it's saying blue arch block. So it should be blue. All right. So that's what we have to kind of figure out and, kind of approach on this one. So in this case, what I'm going to do is go here to the top of the browser again. I'm going to right click and I'm going to come down and find appearance. So once I get into appearance, you need to be making sure that you're picking on the Fusion 360 appearances tab. You're going to now scroll down and you are going to find wood. Okay, not just any old wood, you're going to be looking for wood solid. Picking on that, scrolling down, you're going to see that there are 4 different choices to pick from. We have finished, painted, stained, and unfinished. Now what you need to do is pick on painted. And once you pick on painted, you're going to see that we have all sorts of different sort of choices here. Okay, we can see that pine is one of them. But more than likely, you're going to be seeing a symbol over here on the right, which means you need to download that first before you do anything with it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 3D Pine Painted. I'm going to drag that and drop that right on top of this. So when we take a look, we can see that it is porous here on the ends, and we can see that there is some grain here. All right, it actually looks like true painted pine. All right, but the problem is that this dark gray color, or I'm sorry, this dark red color, and it's not going to work too well for us. So what we're going to do is up here where it says in this design, you're going to right click on that 3D Pine Painted, and you're going to duplicate this. Okay, so now we have this duplicate here. We're going to right click on it and we're going to come in and edit this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to type in, I want this to be blue painted pine. And now I'm going to use this scroll, coming over here into our blue, and now I'm going to pick on that palette exactly what color of blue I want. I'm going to go ahead and hit done. All right, so now we can see that blue painted pine is now an option. We can just simply grab this, pull this on top of it, okay, and now we can see it's the blue arch, color that we're wanting. All right, so we're going to be needing this for all different parts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to right click on this and duplicate this again. And on my duplicate, I'm going to right click and pick on edit. Now up here where it says blue, I'm going to now change this over to red. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is get rid of this one down here, and now we can use our scroll, get over to our reds, pick a nice color of red and hit done, and now we can see that that is red. I'm going to right click on this again, duplicate it, right click on the new one, pick on edit, okay, and now I'm going to be switching this over to yellow. So we have yellow painted pine using the scroll bar. Move on over here, getting close to your yellows. Find a good sample for yellow and hit done. Okay, and we can see that yellow is done. Now I'm going to right click on this, duplicate it one more time, right click on it, go ahead and do the edit on the bottom one. And now I'm going to type in, we need one for green as well. So getting rid of that one here at the back end. Okay, using my scroll bar, taking this over into the greens, finding a good shade of green on the palette, picking on it, saying done. All right, so now I have 4 different colors that I can use. So the important thing to do now is just come here right to your blue, right click, and I want to add this to our favorites. Okay, right click on the red, add to favorites, right click on the yellow, add to favorites, and right click on the green and add to favorites. So now I have those all in my favorites, they're stored. Okay, I can now see that this is officially my blue arch block, so I can go ahead and do a save. And then over here in the browser, I can see that my blue arch block is actually blue. Okay, so I need this same block now, okay, for 3 other colors. So here's how easy this is. So I'm here in blue arch block. I'm going to come up here to the top. I'm going to say I want to do a save as. I'm now going to be switching my blue over to red, doing a save. Now we can see that this is now my red arch block, but the problem is it's blue. So I'm going to right click on it, come over to appearance, Okay, now I can just simply drag my red painted pine onto it. I'm going to go ahead and hit remove to remove the blue, close out, and I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Okay, so that's my red arch block. Okay, now I'm going to come here to the top, do this again, save as. I'm now going to switch this red over to yellow. Do a save. Right click here on the top, come down, find appearance. Okay, now I can go ahead and drag my yellow onto it, close out, do a save, and now my yellow's done. Okay, I'm going to come up here to the top, do a save as, switch my yellow over to green, do a save, right click on this, come down to my appearance, and I'm going to go ahead and drag over my green. Okay, now I can go ahead and do a save. Okay, all right, and that one's done. So now if I come back over to my data panel, I'm going to be seeing my blue, my green, my red, my yellow. Those are all there for that same block. So we didn't have to model it, model it again. We modeled it one time, got our appearances all set up, ready to go. Okay, and then we just go ahead and start doing save copy as, saving those along the way, and then dragging over the appearance color what it needed to be. All right, so if we moved on to the next one, let's just come here. I'm on Blue Arch, so I'm opening this one up. It's simple as right-clicking on this, going to Appearances. Now, if you don't see that in this design, what you're going to have to do is come over here to Favorites, and that's what we saved those earlier as. So we can simply just drag it on top, close out, go ahead and do our save, okay. And now we can go ahead and finish it up for this bunch. So it would be a save as, switching from blue over to red, doing a save, okay, and now we can right click here at the top, go into Appearance. We're not seeing it in this design, but it's going to be here in Favorites, so I can just drag and drop that on top. Now I can go ahead and do a save. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a save as once again, naming this as yellow, doing our save, right click here on the top, go into Appearance. We can see it's not in this design, so now I can go ahead and just drag it in off the favorites. Okay, go ahead and do our save. And now we can do a save as again. Okay, this time to finish all this up, this needs to be green. I'm gonna go ahead and do a save. Right click here, go into Appearance. Green's now going to be in my favorites. Drag it on top, say close. Now we can go ahead and do a save. All right, so now we're looking at this. It's starting to compile now. All right, we're getting duplicate parts, the right colors. Okay, you're going to continue the same process for the remaining, in my case, and this one would be 7 parts. In the end, you're going to have 36 parts that look correct, all with the correct names, and you're going to have your entire library ready to go. All right, so there you go. That's a video tutorial on how not just to create those parts and apply the pine, but also how to get your color appearances set up, saving those to favorites, and then quickly saving copies and just adding the appearance the way that you want. So there you go. Good luck.